you need to, this needs to be the book that you write and publish on Amazon, because there's so much wisdom in the things that you're saying right now. Like I just think just three things that came to mind while you were talking, or two. We'll see if I can remember the third one. But the first one is, you were saying like saying no is really important and all of this. That there was a quote. This sounds crazy that I'm referencing Kid Rock, but there's a quote that Kid Rock said about the drummer from AC/DC. He just said the mark of a true master is someone who knows when not to play.
Yep.
And that really hit me, where he was like, that guy's so good at drumming, he knows when not to do it. And that, like, I think about that a lot, where they say, like, real mastery or elegance is getting rid of the things that don't need to be there.
Yep.
And like, like Bruce Lee even talks about this. Like, he's like, I practiced the art of fighting without fighting, where like he would try to just put people who disagreed with him in positions where no fight would occur. He just outmaneuvered them. He's like, I don't have to use martial arts. I just put you in a position where you can't actually fight me. That's really high level gameplay. Most advice for most people is not the advice that makes people masters, like, or real experts. Like, what got you here can't get you there, because the first level is just getting in to play the game. There are a lot of people who will never get in to play the game.
True.
Because they don't have the drive, they don't have the desire, they don't have the barrier to entry is too high, which is like, I'm going to try one idea and then I'm going to give up because that idea didn't work. But it's like, we've talked about this before, where like there's a track record. It took me, Uncle Mike, because this is a problem I really used to have in spades. It took me to get to the point where I was basically homeless.
Right.
To be like, fuck, I need to be in this game 100% committed. And that has to happen every day. Like something might be a failure. There's no time to dwell on it. Take the lessons you can, move on to the next thing.
Yep.
Like that it takes someone to get to that point before the lesson, oh, you need to say no to some things, becomes really important. And like the thing that Bill hit on this yesterday, and it's something that hit me recently too, which is part of the reason I pulled Ali into this whole situation, which I guess I don't mind sharing with the listeners. We'll probably hear about Ali eventually. Is that Bill finally said to me, he's like, dude, I'm starting to think that I maybe need to bring other people in on some of these projects, because I just can't do all of these things. And I was like, you can't, man. Like, you just cannot. Like, it's smart for you to recognize, this is me talking to Bill, but it's also me talking to myself. Like, it's important for you to recognize that it's like, you're really good at some things and you're not good at other things. And if you avoid doing those things because you're not good at them, that's where your Achilles heel is. And it is actually far better for you to just partner with or pay somebody else to do those things so that you don't have to.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be a lot faster to get done.
Not only that, but I just want to add, I agree with everything you just said, and I want to add to it, because you said, if I'm not good at something, I would even suggest that sometimes even if you are good at something, doesn't mean you should do it. Because, when you're good at doing a lot of things, and especially if you're the kind of person that just likes to learn new stuff and just do all kinds of different things, which I think of myself that way, and that's not a compliment, because what I have done throughout the course of my life, which is another thing I would change about me if I could, would be not to do a lot of things that I did really well, because I could have done something else really well, or maybe even not really well, it doesn't matter, but it would have ultimately been more productive or positive, or I would have made more money or whatever.